I know you're somewhere out there.
Hello, you guys. Unit 2. Cultural diversity. Listening. So what is cultural diversity? Cultural diversity is the existence of a variety of cultural groups within a society. Cultural groups can share many different characteristics such as culture, religion, ethnicity, language, and nationalities. Cultural diversity là sự phong phú đa dạng về văn hóa. Now we will listen to listening text about wedding in Vietnam. Before we listen, we learn some new words. Listen to these words. Altar, master of ceremony, banquet, groom, bride, ancestor, tray, schedule, blessing. In the picture you can see an altar, on a banquet. In the wedding you will see the bride and the groom, ancestor, a tray of fruits, schedule, blessing. Now we listen to a listening text and complete the gaps in the sentences.
Wedding in Vietnam.
Can you tell me something about wedding ceremonies in Vietnam?
Well, weddings are very important to the Vietnamese, not only to the couple involved, but also for both families. The wedding day is usually chosen carefully by the groom's parents.
What does the groom's family usually do on the wedding day?
On the wedding day, the groom's family and relatives go to the bride's house, bringing gifts wrapped in red paper. The people who hold the trays of gifts are also carefully chosen.
Do you have someone in charge of the ceremony? And what does he do during the wedding ceremony?
Yes, we have a master of ceremonies who introduces the groom, the bride, the parents, the relatives, and guests of the two families. The wedding ceremony starts in front of the altar. The bride and the groom would pray, asking their ancestors' permission to get married. The master of ceremonies gives the wedding couple advice on starting a new family. The groom and the bride then exchange their wedding rings.
Where is the wedding banquet held?
Well, it depends. Often the wedding banquet is held at the groom and bride's home, or at a hotel or a restaurant, and all close relatives, friends, and neighbors are invited.
What kind of food and drinks are served?
Traditional food and beer or wine are served. During the reception, the groom, bride, and their parents stop by each table to thank their guests. The guests, in return, will give envelopes containing wedding cards and money to the newly wedded couples, along with their blessing.
Oh, that's interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we correct task 1. 1. The wedding day is carefully chosen by the groom's parents. Number 2. The gifts are wrapped in red papers. 3. The wedding ceremony starts in front of the altar. 4. Food and drinks are served at the wedding banquet. 5. The guests give the newly wedded couples envelopes containing wedding cards and money. Now task 2. Question 1. What is the most important thing the groom's family has to do on the wedding day? We have 4 options, and we choose C. Go to the bride house bringing gifts wrapped in red papers. Number 2. Where is the wedding banquet usually held? The wedding banquet is usually held at the groom and the bride home or at a hotel or a restaurant. Number 3. What would the groom and the bride usually do during the wedding ceremony? And we choose option D. They pray, asking the ancestor permissions. 4. When do the groom and the bride exchange their wedding rings? We choose C. After their praying and asking the ancestor permission. What do the groom, the bride, and the parents do at the wedding banquet? They stop by each table to thank their guests. 3. Now task. You have 2 minutes to rearrange the following sentences into steps of the wedding schedule. Now the answer is 1. The groom's parents choose the wedding day. 2. The groom's family go to the bride's house, bringing gifts wrapped in red papers. 3. The master of the ceremony introduces the groom, the bride, the parents, the relatives, and the guests of the 2 families. 4. The groom and the bride pray, asking the ancestor permission to get married, then exchange the wedding rings.